I grew up in the Reading area and I had a really eclectic upbringing. I was into music, sports, athletics, and I found that I had a gift of really helping people. So that led me into going into the family business, which for us was education. My father was a teacher, my sister was a teacher, and that seemed like a very natural transition for me to do. I chose special education mainly because you focused on working with the individual and focused on their needs as opposed to a subject or content area. That led me to getting a special education degree at the Indiana University of Pennsylvania, where I began my teaching career in 2005, which so happened to be the point where I also met my wife. Unfortunately, from a young age, I was plagued with ill health and issues. I was in a car accident when I was 7 years old. I was crossing the street, struck by a vehicle, and it seemed a lot of my health conditions began at that point in time. I experienced asthma, allergies, chronic sinus infections, missed multiple days of school, and ultimately led to panic attacks and anxiety. I sought the traditional Western medicine or medical model with little help or little success over the years. I was on antidepressants, asthma medication, multiple rounds of antibiotics. I was frustrated, concerned, and exhausted and looking for a new solution. My wife Lauren became the voice of reason when she challenged me to start thinking differently. That took me to my tipping point, which led to two pivotal moments in my life. The first one being in 2006, I woke up in a tremendous amount of pain and I decided to seek chiropractic care. This time it was different. The chiropractor I met, he introduced me to the idea that the body was self-healing, self-regulating, and it healed through the nervous system. I had never heard that before. I knew that idea could help change my life, and it ultimately did. After 6 months of care, my health was restored. I was off all medications, I was breathing better, had no asthma, little anxiety, which was completely resolved after a 7-month period, and I even found myself performing better in athletics. This inspired me to actually become a chiropractor and move to Atlanta, Georgia to receive my chiropractic education. When I moved to Georgia and began chiropractic school, I started to hear stories of miracle cases and people who recovered from more significant illnesses, and it all seemed to be coming from upper cervical work. So throughout school I discovered that that's the type of work I wanted to do because I felt I could best serve more people in a more efficient and effective way. Today I'm living the passion that began when I started my teaching career, of focusing on working with the individual and focusing on their individual needs. And also a goal of mine is to help change the chiropractic profession and contribute to a paradigm shift in creating a new gold standard of care.